Thank you everyone for the 5-star 100% ratings on Apple Podcasts and the 96% rating on Spotify of 4.8 stars. If you leave those reviews and ratings on your favorite player, it really does help other people find the show. Here's a great little note from Brad B, who said, just started your show and loved it. Thank you, Brad. We love to share your review as well, so post one soon. You might get the next shout out. Thanks for listening.
Across our universe, a special significance is often bestowed upon the third planet from a star. Earth, Kepler 186, and Centauri Prom 903. In the Pathfinder universe, another third planet exists, the world of Golarion.
Golarion is a striking blue and green jewel against the backdrop of the void. Clouds of white and grey dance across its atmosphere, forming ever-changing patterns over the continents. Vibrant blue oceans reflect the golden sunlight, while its lush green landmasses are marked by vast forests, rolling hills, and towering mountain ranges.
Golarion is a world of contrast and complexity, from ancient ruins that hold undead civilizations to vibrant, multicultural cities of the living. Golarion is a place of magic and mysteries, where legends come to life, and a captivating narrative of cultures, ancestries, and histories weave an incredible tapestry.
Join us in the heart of the Pathfinder universe, a hub of magic and myth, where ancient gods and fabled creatures shape its destiny. Join us for tales of long-lost treasures, nefarious villains, and heroic alliances that will shape the fate of the world and become known as the Wayfinder Legends.
We left off, you guys were searching the reading room and the little office that the warg was trapped in. You had uncovered a book on Kellish and Isgari law. You had also uncovered some bits and pieces on the history of the Order of the Nail. And you had also uncovered, I believe, a couple scrolls. Does that sound correct?
Yeah.
And then Boddy was trying to talk Plame into going over to the dead people over by the pool.
And Plame was like, no, I'm good, thanks. You know, the dead people sounds fun, but he's not much for water.
In the middle of the water is a big lump with a dead guy in armor. Dead hobgoblin, actually, in armor.
And does this appear to be like an indention in the floor that's filled with water? Or is this like a pool of water that's seeped in from the outside?
It looks like part of the foundation has given way when the wall collapsed, and now it's just filled up with water.
Like 15 feet wide?
15 foot east-west and about 10 foot north-south.
Okay. Is there anything else? We feel like we've covered this legal library area pretty well. Like we've searched it pretty well.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of legal mumbo-jumbo. But the only other thing you can get out of here is there's some bits and pieces of the history of the Order of the Nail that you collect up.
I'll save those for perusal later.
All right, stick those into the law book you found. To Lictor Akelmar from T. Stagrim. Gotcha. So, what is your next move, oh party of heroes?
Is everybody feeling okay?
I took a little bit of a beating, but I'm fine.
But Boddy walks over to you and sees that you look a little bit worse for the wear. And he says, right, so I almost died.
Yeah, that was pretty rough out there.
I'm pretty sure they didn't kill that warg. Did you kill that warg?
Yeah. What?
I was mostly dead during the happening, you said.
Yeah, I might have killed him.
Right, well, the least I can do is patch you up. You mind me giving it a try?
Yeah, just be careful, you know. I saw you stitching yourself up. First met you or whatever, and that looked painful, so maybe don't do that to me.
Right, well, I'll try my best. So my medicine is +3. And I need to get a 15.
Okay.
You're gonna stab her.
Natural 20. Yeah. Critical heal. Nice.
Boddy's with it today.
48 hit points. So you're pretty much probably 13 hit points, but yeah, it puts you at full, right?
Okay, that should put everybody at max then.
So what does Boddy do? Does he like magically do something?
No.
Or he...
So yeah, we should explain what happens.
Okay.
So Boddy kneels down. He kneels down, looks at it, pulls his med kit, which is on his hip all the time, pulls it open and pours some stuff on there, looks at you.
Keep going.
Okay. Then he pulls out a needle and thread, and he goes, "What's that?" And then he quickly starts sewing. They're not very good-looking stitches.
Yeah.
But they're effective, and you feel like that it's going to work well. And he wraps it in some gauze and says, "What? That should work. Some of my finest work."
Awesome.
You may or may not notice how closely Fawin's watching that.
Boddy probably doesn't. He's a little nervous. He's worried that if this doesn't go right, she's going to kill him.
She's very impressed. Like, that was an incredible job that you did. She didn't say anything, but she's very impressed.
Also, was it the arm with the tattoo or the other one?
They both have tattoos. The right arm is the one with the snake tattoo. He also has a lot of scars everywhere. Yeah, but she looks over to Boddy and is like, "Thank you. I didn't want to turn into a werewolf or something. I don't know."
Hey, we're no good to each other dead, right?
That's a good point. Are you doing okay? Because you're the one that almost died back there.
Yeah. Surprisingly, my healing on myself has held up pretty good too. Just I'd rather not go through that again. I took the wounded condition, like wound 1, but my heal check gets rid of it.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
He's as good as new.
So Boddy turns back to the actual body out in the water. Now, there are two, right? There's one that's in the middle of it and one that's on the edge. Is that correct? And he pulls up to about 20 feet from it, like by the doorway. He's going to look carefully for a while. Does he see any tracks coming in or out of that pool from either side? Should I roll perception in that?
Oh, yeah.
12 plus 3 is a 15.
Okay. You do see, it looks like some tracks going into the pool from your side.
But nothing going out?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. So that dude walked out there and got wrecked. Does Boddy see anything on the hobgoblin's person that might be of interest to him?
It just appears to be a guy in shiny chainmail. Yeah, it looks like he may have been injured. Looks like he has a dog bite in his leg.
Oh, well, what the hell that happened?
Only there were dogs around here.
I think Boddy's the only one in that room now. Everybody else is in the library and there where Plame's at. He can see me in here, right? Mm-hmm. So he looks over at Plame again and kind of like his ears peel back a little bit. He motions in there with his head as if to tell Plame, "Hey, let's check this out."
Plame waves back. Hello?
Boddy's ears go down and his brow furrows. He just shakes his head.
Fawin looks up from the book that she's been reading out of and sees Inara over there with Wargy.
Yes, she's just kind of holding Wargy in her hands and petting him.
And she said, Inara, the others have left the room. We actually have a mission. We're supposed to help the Bramble Busher
What was the
goblin
mission again?
lady. There's some type of trouble here with the Bramble Busher goblins, and I think that's the name. Anyway, we're actually supposed to be, we could go back and look more at this library later.
Well, you're the one looking at books.
This is true. That's true. You gonna leave the pup here?
No, Wargy is coming with us.
Okay.
And I think Wargy and Mesmer are going to be great friends.
Yeah, probably so.
Inara is going to have like a rope attached to her belt that's pretty long, and it's going to be a leash for Wargy.
Fawin's gonna leave the library area, pass by Plame, and say,
We're gonna go remember the Bumble Brashers. Let's go see what bodies find here. We need to move on.
So Inara will follow Fawin. What does Wargy do when he has like free roam to do what he wants?
Mostly you just choose on the road.
Does he not seem happy?
He's not happy with the leash around him.
So everybody's in the room. Boddy is aghast at this ward pup being a pet now. And he's like, "Inara,
Yeah.
that thing is going to kill us in our sleep."
No, it's not. Not if we train it properly.
It's not some dumb animal.
Well,
It's smart.
yeah. I don't know why you would call it a dumb animal. That's kind of rude.
Boddy just,
Goblins use wargs all the time as mounts.
yeah.
Don't you want to ride this thing when it
Yeah.
gets bit?
Plame's like, no.
No, it's not.
Godly
a thing.
dogs. That works.
Oh, okay.
But, Plame, if you don't mind me saying so, you held it together really well when that came out. I mean, most of the time your people have a tremendous fear of dogs, don't?
Yeah, some do, but
I grew up in circus, so I run about a lot.
Oh,
You know, the trained dogs, they run around in circles, they jump into little hoops. It's cute.
And you see again the wheels turning in Fawin's mind about how Plame is just different than most goblins.
It's a common theme amongst our group. Like, you're not nearly as nice as most half-elves.
Boddy, why don't you wait out that water, see if there's anything on those bodies out there, Boddy?
Yeah, I've been looking at that. I see bite marks. But maybe the danger's past, but I think we should go out together, Inara, just in case.
Yeah.
Right. And so Boddy comes around to this other side. So keep it up on that puddle, not want to get in there unless he has to.
Mesmer, as you pass by, kind of rubs up against your leg, and guidance is transferred to you. So a +1 status bonus to a perception check, a saving throw, or a skill check.
How long does that stick around with me?
Until the start of your next turn. So pretty quick.
Boddy looks over toward Inara, and he motions with his head.
I'm coming. Don't tell me what to do.
Steps into the puddle toward the dead hobgoblin in the middle of the pond.
Okay.
With his dog slicer in his waist belt and his pick in his hand, and uses mage hand to just nudge it from 10 feet away. Pushes the body over to see if anything happens with it.
Okay. And what are you doing, Inara?
Just watching. I have my sword out, just kind of standing next to him, being ready for anything.
Roll me initiative.
Knew it. Oh, here we go.
Just knew it. Just knew it.
19 initiative for Boddy.
Plame got a 6.
18 for Fawin.
That would be 16.
He pushes the hobgoblin, and you see a little lump kind of move.
I'm going first. Boddy's gonna hold his action.
Okay.
Now that he's nudged that thing to see what happens after he's nudged it. So that'll delay my initiative until I unhold my action.
Okay.
Fawin's going to spend an action to do a perception check. Golly jeepers, Batman. And rolled a total of 7.
The hobgoblin is dead.
Then she's going to use a command action to send Mesmer over to Boddy so that Mesmer is standing right behind Boddy. Goes through this little alcove door.
And I should point out, since this is an audio program, that there's a series of 3 alcoves, and the outer wall is collapsed so that all 3 alcoves look into this little pool. Boddy's in one alcove, and Inara's in the alcove on the far end. I think everybody else is hiding in the corner.
And can we see out the far wall?
Yeah, you can see out the far wall. You can see the woods.
Yeah.
Warble of the Bumble Brashers, she's waving at you.
What? She's out there?
Yeah, she's just sitting there. There's a hole right there next to Fawin. That's where you'd see her through.
So she's out to the east.
She looks like she just kind of pulled up off the road. She's just sitting there, got a fire going, cooking something.
What a bumble brasher.
Right? All right, what are you up to, Inara?
So she's ready with her weapon. She would also like to make a perception check and kind of maybe look over and also see if Wargy is like acting scared or weird about something.
He doesn't want to go near the pool.
Okay, so he's like making an effort not to be.
Yeah, he's in the alcove with you, but he goes to the back corner. And he's just like sitting there like, nope.
So he seems suspicious. Okay, I'm going to make a perception, see if I can see anything in the water.
Okay.
You smart.
That is modified 20.
When he nudged the hobgoblin with his mage hand, you saw something shift in the water. It turned toward Boddy, and now it kind of does side to side, like it's
Can I
looking
see
around.
like a shape of something? Or like what do I see?
It's kind of round. It comes to a point, almost like a beak.
So she's going to throw out her sword and be like, I saw something move in the water. It kind of looks like a birdfish. But it might be nothing because I got hit really hard in the head.
Well, yeah, she pointed out to us, so we all know it's there. Yeah.
My last action, so it's just looking at Boddy?
Seems to be looking back and forth between Boddy and you, on the left and the right.
Okay. I'm going to spend my last action to tie up Wargy in the corner, so he is no longer tied to me.
So, The hobgoblin, the dead one, lurches at you.
The dead one?
The entire mound it's on just takes off towards you.
The lump that it was
The
on.
rock is not a rock.
It was not a rock.
Oh no.
Something charges forward about 5 feet, and then this head, this big turtle-like head with a big beak, lurches out of the water and snaps at your leg.
At Inara?
Yep.
It's not a fish bird, it's a turtle.
Yes. That is a 13 on the 2 hit, so that'll be a 21, which definitely beats your armor class of 18.
Yeah.
Then you will take 7 points of damage.
Oof. Wow.
Yeah, it got you pretty good.
Hey, I just fixed that, buddy.
Just something up. And you can see now that he's kind of come up. The hobgoblin on top of him is impaled by one of the many spikes coming out of his shell.
Oh my god. That's how he died. Feet.
Oh my, this is a nasty
So
turtle
it's like a snapping turtle.
with spikes on it.
Spikes. I love it.
That actually had it.
And once it's bit your leg, it's going to try and drag you into the water.
Oh, okay.
I roll an athletics check, which is going to be a 16, and it has to be 10 plus your fortitude save.
Okay.
What's your fortitude save?
+8.
Oh, failed.
10 plus 8, so it's a 18.
Oh, okay.
It's like an armor class. So you have like a fortitude armor class?
Pretty much.
So 16. So no, it does not pull you. It goes to pull you in, and its mouth slips off your armor.
Because I was holding my action, I will now act when this thing bites her. Body is going traipse over behind this thing, so he's, how deep is that water now?
The deepest part's about 5 foot, so it's about shoulder deep, lowest.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be one move in.
He raises the pick high above his hand and just brings it down on this thing, hoping to pierce this nasty shell. Right, let's see what happens here. Roll my dice. Ooh, that's going to be a miss, probably 2 on the dice. It gives a 9 with
9 if I'm
a minus 2 AC. Okay. And for my last action, I will swing again, and that's going to be be a +1. Give it a try. That'll be an 11 total.
Nope.
Oh.
They're just bouncing off the shell.
Ugh, okay, that's Body. Give it his best try.
Plame.
Plame is going to attempt to crouch down behind this little half wall and hide a little bit. Eat stealth.
Okay.
And he's going to take a shot with his crossbow at this chompy turtle thingy. And he's going to miss.
Oh, this thing's hard to hit.
And then his last action, he just reload.
Yeah, it just blink ricochets off the shell. Back to the top.
Boddy has moved away from Mesmer. So Mesmer looks back at Fawin, and Fawin says, "Go on, the other one," since Boddy has headed into the water. And Mesmer moves 20 across the room to stand next to Inara. And as Mesmer goes over there, he brushes up against Inara's back leg, and Inara receives Forbidding Ward, which gives you a +1 status bonus to your AC and saving throws against this beastie. That was 2 actions. As the third action, Fawin is going to let fly with a sling. A 17 on the die.
Nice.
Ooh.
Of all of us, it's
Drill caster.
Is a modified 20.
That will hit. Sweet. A palpable.
For reward.
2 points of damage.
Inara?
I will swing at it with my sword, and Inara is aiming for the head. She wants to decapitate this thing. Because obviously hitting the shell is not very effective.
Yeah, you have to do decent damage if you're going to break that shell.
Natural 20. That's not a very good roll.
What did you roll? You rolled
A 2.
okay. And then strength adjustment.
And my strength is 4, so it's 6, and then 12.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's still good.
so it's taken about 14 points so far.
Okay.
It's a nice slash across its head.
Your critical strike is barely outpacing the sling of our caster.
Well, I will go for another hit on the head. That's going to be at a -5. 15, so 10.
Ooh, that'll miss. And for your third action?
So if I attacked again, it would be -10.
Yeah.
You're just hoping for a d20 or a 20 on the dice. If you're 5% chance.
So I will try and intimidate it. And I have something called intimidating glare. I can just look at it.
All right. It's versus a will save.
It's will DC, so 10 plus its will save.
All right. That's going to be a 14 here.
Come on.
12.
It is not intimidated.
Dang. This turtle's got some willpower.
Or that's its turn. Yeah. Ooh, see, 6 plus 8 is a 14, and you are a 19, so its bite misses. Now, here's a question. The -4 per attack. It's per any attack.
Okay. The attack action, which
The
includes
attack action.
most of the
Athletics, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's going to jump backwards into you, Boddy.
Oh,
Jump backwards.
Yeah, it's just going to push itself back into you.
Okay.
It's trying to impale you with some spikes.
Oh, so it's not actually jumping into my square. It's just like lunging at me.
Yeah, it's just
like
lurking.
a hedgehog.
Boddy, you are a 17 armor class.
Come on now. Oh, that looks like a big number on that dice.
That was a 20. That is a nat 20.
This is the second nat 20 I've got scored on me in this place. Body's not fond.
Oh, well, I rolled minimum damage.
Thank
So that'll be
goodness.
4 doubled to 8.
Oof. Okay.
Yeah, I just rammed them spikes right through your leg.
You see a plume of blood rise up through the murky water, and you see Body grimace, and his ears go back, and his eyes squint. He's angry.
Third action, it goes shoop, and just pulls its head and legs into its shell. Shoop.
Gross. Got crit by a second attack.
Yeah, you got critted by a turtle shell.
Well, Body is not too happy with this thing. Try to just wail on him with his pick some more.
And it's sucked up in its shell. He receives a +2 on his armor class because of the shell, but he had a -2 for being flanked.
10 plus 6 is a 16 total?
17.
What's... Okay.
So just off the shell.
He's gonna do it again, just to see if
Go
he
for
can nail this thing. That's a 2. Miss. And he doesn't really have anything better to do with his action, beating on this thing with his pick, trying to get through that thick shell. Oh, 12. So a total of -4, so that's a 8 on the attack side.
8. So you're just like...
Go after this thing. And he's going to stay right there. He wants to make sure he gives Inara the best chance she can to execute this thing. As he's beating this thing, he looks up at the other two and says, "Little help here. This thing's meaner than it looks."
Yeah, Plame will take another shot. We're going to try to shoot right down the open where his face is. I'm going to shoot the turtle in the face. That, well, he's going to miss.
Dang it.
So he'll reload and we will move forward.
Yeah, Inara, something's right by your thigh.
We need to retreat from this thing.
Run away, run away.
So then Plame will go ahead and move forward closer to the door behind Inara so that he has a little bit
Better aim, yeah. Back to the top of the round.
Golly, that happened fast.
So Fawin uses the concentrate action to sustain her forbidding ward, protecting Inara.
Okay.
And then reloads the sling for a 17 on the die, which gives her a total of 21.
It was an armor class 17.
Nice.
And 3 points.
Okay. Resounds off the shell.
Then free action, Fawin says, It's just a beastie. We don't have to fight it. Like, grab the other corpse and get out of there. And that's my turn.
All right, Inara.
It's still in its shell.
Yeah, it's hiding from you. It is armor class 17.
As a natural 1.
We have the critical fumble deck.
Oh, thank you for bringing that, man.
Too rude.
I'll let you pick.
Bad fall.
Bad fall.
You fall over and are knocked prone until the end of your next turn.
Oh no. But you still have 2 actions.
Right.
You could stand up.
Yeah. Okay, so you can either take that, or you can take door number 2.
What is door? Do I get to know what it is? Or no?
falling prey. It's a donkey.
So you could stand back up.
I'm curious, so I will pick door number 2.
Door number 2. Okay, roll me reflex save.
So that's a 22.
All right, so I was letting you roll for half damage. Yeah, that's going to be 2 points. You impale yourself on one of the spikes. It's just sticking up to your arm.
This
Oh my god.
this turtle is, I'm sorry, birdfish is gross.
After all this, and hearing Fawin say, oh, we don't have to kill it. She was just like, do you see this abomination, this birdfish? It must die.
She just doubles down on we're gonna kill him.
Yes.
I will point out, this thing has done more damage for you guys running into its shell than you have done to it.
This thing sucks. Love it.
Okay, she is going to go for another attack. So this is at -5. Adjusted 18.
Nice.
Yep.
Real hit.
Kill this thing.
So that's 9 points of slashing.
About 2/3 of that seems to have no effect. What makes this thing so tough? Its shell absorbs the first 6 hit points.
How big is this thing?
It is a large creature.
Oh, it's large. Okay. So it's like as big as we are.
Those are
Or bigger.
Bigger.
It is bigger.
It takes up a 10-foot square.
Yeah, remember it had the hobgoblin lying back.
How possible would it be, since it's a large creature, to be able to flipping it?
wow.
Flipping it.
Yes.
It weighs like what?
A bunch, probably 400 pounds or something.
But I kind of want to see Inara try. I want the dice to tell a story.
really do. I want to tell a cool story.
So when a person gets enlarged, it's 8 times the normal weight. So a medium turtle is like a human-sized turtle.
150 pounds.
Yeah. So then you 1,000-pound.
You can give it a shot.
Yeah, why not?
I'm going to set
Inara being
I'm just going to
Inara,
randomly pick a really high athletics check number, and you can roll.
she probably really thinks she could flip this thing.
She does.
This is a natural 1.
Would you like another critical fail, guard?
Let's see. So what would it be on here?
I'm armed.
Punctured foot.
Oh no!
How much damage did it take?
1d4 persistent bleed damage. Until this effect ends.
Oh, you're lucky. I rolled a 1. All you do is you impale your arm again.
Could you imagine she was maybe using her foot?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
it actually
So,
makes
yeah,
sense.
in that case,
She grabs it and tries to leverage it, and the spike like slides over and nails her foot.
yeah, kicks right onto the.
She is going to be full of holes by the time this is over.
Bleed damage is dangerous.
Yeah, you're going to take that extra point every round. So, now we're going to go to Turtlesky here.
I hate this thing.
What is Mesmer's armor class?
Oh, you are an evil person. Mesmer has an armor class of 14.
Oh, that's an 11. So it goes, the head just shoots out and barely misses Mesmer.
She does that cat jump out of the way thing, where it just like goes straight up in the air.
And swats at its head as it's.
Then it's going to submerge itself completely under the water and pull its head back in.
We can still attack it and everything.
Yes, it's turtled down, if you will.
Boddy is not happy with this thing. He's going to spend one action, and you see him close his eyes and focus and hold his weapon out in front of him. And then when he opens his eyes, they're glowing with a little bit of like white energy. He just recharged his spell strike ability, and I just had channel a spell into his attack and smack this thing with his pick one more time, hoping he hits. So he'll make one attack. He's going to channel the spell Ignition into it. That's a 9 with a +6, so that's a 15.
Ooh, he's a 17.
Misses. So that was a 2-action ability, and then 1 action to charge the spell. So that's my whole turn.
All right, Plame, you're up.
So this thing's underwater, right?
Yeah.
I think Plame's just going to hold his action. That's what she could do.
So far, the birdfish, I think you've named it, has just hunkered down, and really, you guys have done more damage to the party than it has by impaling yourself repeatedly on its spikes. You seem to be at an impasse.
Oh my goodness, this thing is nasty.
You're mean little jerks. Thing is,
Wayfinder Legends is a production of Render RPG, LLC, and all original characters and artwork are the property of the respective creators. The Age of Ashes Adventure Path was originally produced by Paizo Publishing, and all Paizo characters, titles, and artwork are used as respect under the guidelines of the OGL and ORC gaming licenses. If you like what you've heard, join the party at patreon.com/
patreon.com/renderdnd. You'll get additional content, Discord access, quarterly gifts, and more. Join the party at patreon.com/reddirtdnd.
So what happened last week?
I think there was a dog.
If only we recorded these so we could go back.
Like I said, I'm showing everybody at full hit points. Though, if you guys want lower hit points, I'm okay with that.
Okay, so off mic, which one of us is going to be a hero?
Speaking of legal mumbo jumbo, for our listeners out there, and I have listened to a little video on some of the mechanics of 2E, and they made a nice comment about 10 minutes, like a lot of things take. So back in original Dungeons & Dragons, Gygax stuff, a lot of things were broken into 10-minute chunks during the adventuring stuff. And
All the returns, yeah.
Yeah, and so they're hearkening back to that. Like when you rest to get your focus points back, 10 minutes. When I do my heal checks with medicine, 10 minutes. I thought that was really interesting.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Pause for me opening a soda. Good Lord, it's loud.
Fawin jerks her head around. What was that?
Yeah. The gods have struck us with lightning.
And it's going to be a leash for Wargie.
Oh my god.
Like a
That's
long
better than I
leash.
thought. I thought she was like going to do like the baby harness on the front, like with the little org just like hanging.
You can sell a bunch of those in town. That's like pretty nice.
A slightly larger version of Paris Hilton with her little chihuahua.
I'm amazed at how well that lapel mic is working for him.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Really, by now I've wandered off and I'm like licking things and
Licking things?
don't ask questions.
Oh my god.
Yes. Now I feel the need to create a set of like pun monsters.
Is his name Bowser?
Houston, everything in Pathfinder will kill you, so we're basically in Australia.
Inara is going to... did it again. What the heck?
Stop playing other people's characters, Brook.
No, it's only Inara. You still want to mix them
I
up.
don't know why I do it. Anyway.
Because I want to be you.
Because you want to be...
I want to be...
I want to be like you.
Do we have like keynotes or something?
I need to make that.
That's funny.
And then have a mirror in front of me with a sticky note that says, Fawin.
You are Fawin.
In another game, you printed out name tags for all of us.
I did.
Because there were there's 9 of us in that game.
Oh God.
So, yeah, the name tags
We
are
need it
very
for a
helpful.
long
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, what's your name again? There's a lot of 4 levels of everything in 2E. Like successes, there are 4 levels of success. There's critical success, failure, critical failure. So the number 4 is big in Pathfinder 2E.
4 levels of dying. Dying's dead.
Yeah.
Go through his pockets for loose change.
Yes.
I wonder if Paizo has more owl creatures besides owl bears.
They should make a bunch of them.
Bunch of owl creatures.
They could have a hawk goblin.
Hawk goblin? Yeah, he's like a fence. The hawk goblin.
Oh, the hobgoblin. The hawk stuff. You sell a goblin on the cheap. Yeah. No. Goblin.
Okay. Would just like to say, pretty sure turtles can't swim backwards.
Well,
She said during the fantasy game.
But
Yeah.
what about fish birds? Spiky fish birds.
That's a good point.
yeah. What you know about fish birds? Oh,
I would also like to say, as the resident turtle expert, if it is a snapping turtle, they actually cannot protrude back into their shells.
If this was a snapping turtle,
but
that would probably be.
It's a bird fish.
Hello, commoners. It's Fawin, and I would just like to remind you that the best service you can do is to like and subscribe, and of course, if you're worthy, join the party.